Wow. It's almost unbelievable sometimes, isn't it?
What's that?
Just the sheer amount of stuff out there about diets. You know, what to eat, what not to eat.
Oh, absolutely. It's a flood.
Yeah. Like one day carbs are terrible, the next day fat's the enemy. It leaves you just, well, confused and kind of frustrated, honestly.
It really is like navigating a minefield. All the conflicting advice. It makes it so hard to know what's actually good for you.
Exactly. Which is why we wanted to dive into this today.
Bring some clarity, hopefully.
Yes. Welcome, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to try and untangle some of that confusion separating diet fact from fiction. Our mission really is to pull out the reliable stuff, the insights you can actually use. We're looking at excerpts from Debunking Common Diet Myths by Dr. Surtaram Vishnoi.
Part of his Your Health Deserves a Lifeline series. Good stuff.
Right. And also episode 22 of Lifelines by Supermedic, which also features Dr. Vishnoi. So same expert perspective across both.
That consistency is helpful.
Definitely. So get ready. You might find some of those long-held beliefs about food getting a bit of a shakeup.
Let's do it. Where should we start?
Okay, first up, carbs. They've taken such a beating lately. The whole carbs are the enemy idea.
They really have.
Yeah.
Low-carb diets are everywhere, and it's definitely painted carbs in a pretty negative light for a lot of people.
But it's not that simple, is it? Like, saying carbs is just too broad.
That's a really crucial point. The sources really hammer this home. There's a massive difference between, say, simple carbs.
Like candy, soda, really processed stuff.
Exactly. And complex carbs, the kind you find in whole grains, beans, veggies, fruits, they're just not the same thing at all.
And those complex ones are actually good for us.
Oh, absolutely. They're packed with fiber, vitamins, minerals. Plus, that fiber helps slow down how quickly sugar hits your bloodstream.
Right, so you get that steady energy, not the big sugar rush and crash.
Precisely. No afternoon slump. And importantly, carbs are the body's main preferred fuel source, especially for your brain and muscles.
Our brains really need glucose, don't they? From carbs.
They rely heavily on it, trying to cut carbs out completely. It's sort of like running your car on fumes.
Huh. Good analogy.
So the takeaway from the sources is clear. It's about balance, including quality carbs, not, eliminating them entirely.
Okay, so myth one, carbs are inherently bad, definitely needs rethinking. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to another big one. Fat. For ages, it felt like fat was the ultimate thing to avoid. Low fat, everything.
Oh, I remember that era well. The fat makes you fat mantra.
Is that still the thinking? Or has that changed too?
Thankfully, yes, our understanding has moved on quite a bit. We now know it's much more about the type of fat you eat.
Right, not all fats are created equal.
Exactly. The sources make a really clear distinction between unsaturated fats.
The good fats, like olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds.
Precisely those. They're actually beneficial for heart health, can help improve cholesterol levels, that sort of thing.
Okay, and the other kind?
Saturated fats, found more in, animal products, butter, cheese, red meat. The advice there is more about moderation, fitting them into an overall balanced diet, not necessarily complete avoidance for everyone, but being mindful.
But fat isn't just about heart health or weight, is it? Doesn't it do other important things in the body?
That's a really vital point. Healthy fats are absolutely fundamental for things like hormone production.
Hormones, wow, okay.
Yeah, they influence so much mood, metabolism. Plus, fats are critical for brain function and helping your body absorb certain vitamins.
The fat-soluble ones, A, D, E, K.
Exactly those. Your body needs fat to actually use those vitamins. So the message isn't avoid fat, it's choose healthy fats.
That makes so much more sense. So maybe skip the processed fat-free cookie full of sugar.
And have some avocado toast or a handful of almonds instead.
Yeah, a much better choice, sounds like.
It's about focusing on whole foods that naturally contain those good fats.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Let's tackle one I know so many people worry about. Eating late at night, that whole nothing after 8 p.m. rule. Does it really cause weight gain?
Yes, the nighttime eating curse. It's such a common belief.
But what's the actual science say?
Well, both sources really emphasize that weight gain, fundamentally, comes down to overall calorie balance. Consistently eating more calories than you burn over time.
Like a simple equation almost. Calories in versus calories out.
Pretty much. The timing of those calories isn't the main driver of weight gain itself. It's the total amount across the day or week.
So if my overall day's intake is balanced, a healthy snack at 9 p.m. isn't going to suddenly pile on the pounds?
Generally, no. That specific timing isn't the magic switch. However, there's a but.
Okay, what's the but?
Well, eating really large, heavy meals right before you go to sleep can mess with your sleep quality.
Right, indigestion, feeling uncomfortable.
Exactly. And we know poor sleep can affect hormones that regulate appetite and metabolism, so there's an indirect link there.
I see. So it's less about the clock ticking past 8 and more about what and how much you're eating late at night.
Precisely. A light, healthy snack if you're genuinely hungry, probably fine if your overall intake is okay. A massive pizza feast just before bed, maybe not the best idea for your sleep or digestion.
That's actually quite reassuring. Okay, what about detoxes? Cleanses? They seem to pop up everywhere, promising to flush out toxins.
Yeah, they have a certain appeal, don't they? Especially after holidays, maybe. That idea of a reset.
But do they actually work? Do we need them?
Well, here's the fascinating thing the sources point out. Your body is already detoxing. All the time.
How so?
You have these amazing built-in systems, your liver, your kidneys, even your skin and lungs. They are constantly working to filter waste and neutralize harmful substances.
Well, they don't need a special juice fast or tea to do that job.
Nope. Those organs are incredibly efficient. Now, eating a healthy diet certainly supports those organs and helps them function optimally.
But the detox diet itself isn't doing some extra magic cleansing.
Not really, no. In fact, many of these detoxes are super restrictive. They can lead to you missing out on important nutrients, getting dehydrated. Sometimes they do more harm than good.
So the best detox is just eating well normally.
Pretty much. Support your body's natural processes with a balanced, nutrient-rich diet and drink enough water. No expensive potions needed.
Good to know. Save some money, too. Okay, how about supplements? Pills, powders? Can they stand in for actual food?
It's another really common question. Supplements are everywhere.
And they promise so much.
You do. And look, supplements can be useful if you have a specific deficiency or maybe higher needs like folate during pregnancy or B12 for vegans. They can fill gaps.
But they can't replace food entirely.
No, absolutely not. Whole foods are just incredibly complex. They contain this matrix of vitamins, minerals, fiber, antioxidants, all sorts of compounds.
Stuff that works together.
Exactly. It's called synergy. The way these components interact in whole foods provides benefits that you just can't fully replicate by isolating a few nutrients in a pill.
So popping a multivitamin doesn't excuse eating junk food all day?
Definitely not. The advice is generally to use supplements wisely, to supplement a good diet, ideally with guidance from a doctor or dietitian who knows your situation.
Think of them as supplemental, not replacement. Makes sense.
Precisely.
Okay, one more specific trend. Gluten-free. It seems huge. Is going gluten-free healthier for everyone?
Yeah, the gluten-free market has exploded. You see it everywhere.
But unless you have a medical reason, like celiac disease.
Exactly. For people with celiac disease, avoiding gluten is absolutely essential. It's a serious autoimmune reaction. And some people have non-celiac gluten sensitivity, where gluten causes symptoms even without the autoimmune damage.
But for the rest of us, some without those issues.
For the general population, there's really no proven health benefit to cutting out gluten.
And could we actually be missing out on good stuff by avoiding it?
You could be, yeah. Whole grains that contain gluten, like whole wheat, barley, rye, are great sources of fiber, B vitamins, minerals.
Important nutrients.
Right. If you cut those out without a medical need and you're not careful about replacing those nutrients from other gluten-free sources, your diet might actually become less healthy, less balanced.
Interesting. So unless your doctor says otherwise, whole wheat bread is likely fine.
For most people, yes. Including those gluten-containing whole grains as part of a varied diet is perfectly healthy.
Wow, okay. We've busted quite a few myths today. Feels like we've covered a lot of ground.
We really have.
So if we try to pull it all together, what are the main sort of guiding principles for healthy eating that come out of all this? What are the key takeaways?
I think a few core ideas really stand out from the sources.
Yeah.
First off, variety.
Eating lots of different kinds of foods.
Yes. A wide range, colorful fruits and vegetables, different whole grains, lean proteins, those healthy fats we talked about. It ensures you get a broad mix of nutrients.
Makes sense. Like eating the rainbow, they say. What else?
Balance is absolutely key. Avoiding extremes. That means paying attention to portion sizes, not being overly restrictive.
Finding that middle ground. Not all or nothing.
Exactly. And related to that is mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Yeah.
Like paying attention while you eat.
Yeah. Tuning into your body, noticing your hunger cues, your fullness signals, paying attention to how different foods actually make you feel.
Getting back in touch with our bodies instead of just following external diet rules.
Precisely. And then there's sustainability.
Meaning something you can stick with.
Yes. The best way of eating is one that you can actually maintain long-term, not some crash diet or trend that's impossible to keep up for more than a few weeks. Healthy habits need to be sustainable.
Because consistency is what brings results over time.
Absolutely. And finally, let's not forget enjoyment.
Oh, that's important. Food shouldn't just be fuel.
Right. The sources remind us food is also about culture, pleasure, connection with others. A healthy approach shouldn't mean constant deprivation or guilt.
That's a fantastic point. Eating should be enjoyable too.
It absolutely should. Finding that balance allows for enjoyment.
This has been incredibly clarifying. Seriously. Just cutting through all that noise and getting back to these, well, simpler truths almost.
It often comes back to those fundamentals, doesn't it?
It really does. So the big picture seems to be understanding the difference between diet myths and actual facts is just crucial if you want to make choices that genuinely support your health, your well-being long-term. It's less about chasing the newest fad diet and more about building these steady, balanced, sustainable habits that actually nourish you.
That sums it up perfectly. And maybe that leads us to a final thought for you, our listener, to take away today.
Okay.
Now that you've heard us unpack some of these common myths and you hopefully have a clear picture, how might you think about your own eating habits differently? Maybe shifting the focus a bit towards, incorporating more variety, listening more closely to your body, and really prioritizing that long-term well-being over the quick fix promises that are often so misleading.